perfect. That is Helsinki and Finland done. Off now to Odense in Denmark. So as I explained, I think I explained in my previous video, today is Thursday, early hours, and we load in to Odense in Denmark tomorrow morning. But this one involves a 8-hour boat trip. So we're heading off now to Naantali. We're going to get the boat there into Kapellskär in Sweden, and then we're picking our double drivers up from a place called Norrtälje. I think that's how you say it. That's how it's spelled. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Norrtälje. Yeah, we're picking our double drivers up from there, and then we're just going to kick it straight on down to Odense, because it's just slightly out of our range for doing it in a single drive. Plus we need our hours. We need a spread over hours for the loading too, so we need double drivers for this. But it's literally a case of picking them up, driving down to the venue, and then kicking them out. So no sleeping in the truck or real long drives or anything like that. In fact, it should really only be probably about 11 hours from getting off the boat to getting to Odense, hopefully. So I'll pick the double driver up, I'll complete my first 4.5, and then I'll let him drive the next 4.5, and then I'll just drive the last couple of hours into the venue, I would think. But yeah, I'm sad to be leaving here. I've had a great time here. It's just been such a breath of fresh air after coming from Russia, and it's like it's so, you can't explain how weird that is, that you cross a border which is no more than 1.5 kilometers, maybe a couple of kilometers long between the two borders, and you just like, you're going from one world to the other. It's just insane how much difference it makes crossing that border. It's just weird. But it's just been so nice to be here, as I said, after Russia. And like, I know that I had a bad experience with Russia due to circumstances, and I would and hopefully will go back, because as I said, I know it was a bad experience, and like I would like to go again and experience it for how I think it could and should be. But after that bad experience, coming here and just like meeting such friendly people, I mean the Finns are so friendly, and Scandinavians in general really, Swedish, Finnish, Danish, Icelandic, if you class that as Scandinavia. Is there a bit of a, is there a bit of a loophole with that? Or is Iceland fully classed as Scandinavia? I'm not sure. But yeah, the people here are so friendly. They all speak English, you know, so it's easy to get by here. But it's a nice place as well, Helsinki. Went out into town yesterday, just had a bit of a wander about, got me souvenir mug. Started collecting mugs now from all the cities that I'm going to. But yeah, it's just been, I mean, the venue as well, it was an airfield, but there was power everywhere, because we've all got, well, all the newer trucks now, anything from 2018 and newer, we've all got 16 amp plugins, like what you have when you go camping for your caravan and stuff, so you can plug in and use all the power with, obviously, without having to run your engine. So it was power for days, absolutely no problems connecting to the power or anything like that. The weather, it's been roasting. It was 33 degrees again today. Shorts are back in full swing as well. Like, you know, I've not had trousers on since I was in Russia, but it rained hard in Russia. It rained so hard, it was like a monsoon. On one day, I can't remember which day it was, might have been Friday show day, Thursday night and Friday, it just rained and rained and rained. In fact, the car park was where the trucks were parked was almost underwater. It rained that much, and as I said, we've driven out of there over a border, and it's just been like driving into a whole different world. And this is only my second time in Finland, which I think I've told you that before, but I really hope to come here again before too long, because I've enjoyed it that much. I've just really have enjoyed being here, as I do with most places in Scandinavia. If you watched my videos before, then you know I've explained that. Same with Sweden. I just love being there. So as I said, off to Naantali now, and that is round about, it's 104 miles, I think. In fact, it's 115 miles. So round about 190-ish kilometers. I'm not, as I said before, I can't do this translation, this miles kilometers translation thing. I know that obviously 56 miles is 90 kilometers. So 115 miles should be around about 185, 190 kilometers ish. It's 12:50 local time, so I'll hopefully be over at the port by about 3:15, and then I'll be able to get a few hours sleeping before the boat. I think the boat is 10, I can't remember, it's 10:15 or 10:45, one or the other. So hopefully I'll be able to get a good 5 hours sleeping before I get on the boat, and then I won't have to sleep on the boat, and I'll be able to stay in that day driving kind of thing, because we've got it quite easy from here on out now. It's like, as I said, we'll head over to the port, hopefully get a few hours sleep there, get on the boat, stay awake for the day, because the boat docks in Sweden at 6:15, or it's 6:15 or 6:45, one or the other. We go back an hour as well, actually, because we're 2 hours ahead here still, and it's an hour ahead in Sweden, so it's actually 9 and a bit hours, not 8 and a bit hours, the boat. But yeah, we'll get off the boat 6:15, I think, tomorrow evening, or 6:45, one or the other. Pick our double drivers up. Obviously, as I said, I will do the first 4.5, then I'll let him drive while I go to sleep, and then I'll drive into the loading, and then hopefully I'll be able to stay awake for the rest of the day, and that will keep me on that daytime hours kind of thing. And then after that we go from Odense to Hanover, but we've got like 3 or 4 days to do that. So I would think hopefully we'll be able to stay on, I'll be able to stay on daylight, well, on on normal daylight time now for the rest of the tour, and until I get back. So all's good. All is good. After the Russian experience, it's taken a turn for the better now. So right now it looks like we're about to go and board the boat. I think. No, I didn't see where the other truck went, to be honest, so I don't know if it's a case of rolling straight on or what, or if I have to go and wait in the lanes here. Oh yeah, we're still waiting in the lanes, so just going to tuck it up behind the other trucks here. It's a lovely day for it. I managed to get about 3.5 to 4 hours sleep on the dock, interrupted because I kept waking up thinking the problem is I didn't know what time everyone was going to check on and what time the lanes would move into, because obviously we were just in the waiting lanes there to book on, and then obviously the lanes were due to move towards the holding area, so I wasn't sure what time everybody was gonna go and book on. So I'm not sure which one he wants me in, whether he wants me in 2 or 3.
Oh, that's right.
2, okay. Yeah, so when I'm not sure, 2.5 by the looks of it. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I don't know, it's one of them where, you know, when you've got to be up, but this looks quite good, doesn't it, with all the trucks lined up. Yeah, you know, when you've got to be up, but you're not entirely sure what time you've got to be up, and you keep waking up, you know, just in case you missed your allocated time. It was one of them. Taking over the boat down here, look. From front to back, literally. In fact, there's 3 rows on that side. Nice Volvo that. Pack 'em in like sardines. Welcome to Sweden. They drive some big old beasts up here, look. Throughout Scandinavia, I think. Finland and Sweden, definitely. I'm pretty sure they have them in Norway as well. And Denmark. In fact, they're starting to pop up all over the place now. There was one, I've seen them down in Spain, northern Germany. But I mean, up here, there was one, after we did the loading in Helsinki, we went to get the trucks washed and fill up with fuel and that, and there was one in there with 2 full Arctic trailers on, 2 40-foot trailers on, like, what a beast. So now I've just got to find somewhere to park before I get to Nortalia. Nortalia. But yeah, we're going in groups to pick up the double drivers because obviously otherwise we will end up with 18 trucks rocking up at the same time. So we're just going to break it up into groups of 4 and 5. So I'll find somewhere to park for a little bit and then go and pick my double driver up. As I said, I'm not going to do anything once I pick up the double driver. I'm just going to go and I'll do a bit of time lapse hopefully. But after that it's just going to be a case of rocking straight down to Odense. Now to Hanover in Germany, and that is going to be our final European show. So pretty much since Moscow we've just been getting closer to home in the respect that we've done, obviously Moscow we came out of there across to Helsinki in Finland, down to Odense, Denmark, and then Hanover's pretty much on the way back. Yet another one that I'm sad to be leaving. I think I've been sad to leave pretty much all of these except for Moscow. Milan I didn't really enjoy, just because the area that it's in is an absolute dive, really, to be honest. It's renowned for mosquitoes. There's something rattling over there and I'm going to have to sort it out in a minute. I'm just going to stop here a second and try and sort that rattling out, whatever it is. So yeah, as I said, we're leaving Odense and we're on our way down to Hanover now. So we've got 290 miles, or somewhere in the region of about 460-ish, 465-ish kilometres. Today is Monday, early hours, 12:50 Monday AM, and we don't load into Hanover until Thursday AM. So effectively we've got like 3 days to do 290 miles. But I will more than likely be there tomorrow. Obviously tomorrow. By tomorrow, I mean Tuesday. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I mean, I've got no concrete plans, to be honest. I've got no concrete plans for how I'm going to play this one, but what I'm more than likely going to do is just drive out of here. Even if I do an hour, 2 hours. Ideally, I'll do a couple of hours, 2, maybe 3, because then I'll be able to get into Hanover within a 4.5 hour drive. But yeah, I'm gonna do whatever's necessary, and then I'm gonna pull up, take a break or rest, and then go again. Well, I was going to say today, but maybe even tomorrow. I might roll Monday night. I might, as in tonight. I might roll Monday night. I might roll Tuesday morning. See how I feel. Yeah, again, as I said, another one that I'm sad to be leaving, because, well, I've said before, I like Scandinavia in general. It's just got such a clean feel to it. It's a really clean cut kind of place. Everybody speaks English, or the majority of people speak English. Everyone's friendly, and as I said, it's just got that really clean kind of feel to it, and I always enjoy Scandinavia, whether that's Denmark, Sweden or Norway. Finland as well, of course. I always enjoy coming up here, so whether I'll get back up here again this year, I don't know. All depends on what happens after my holiday. I'm going to go on holiday after the tour, after this tour finishes, and then we'll see what happens when I come back. I may or may not have something lined up for when I get back, but that's still something in the pipeline at the minute. Well, these lot didn't make it very far, because I'm just catching up with 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks, I think. I think I'm going to have to push in front of someone, because I shouldn't really be in this left-hand lane. I need to turn right up here somewhere. Funny thing is as well, I was just about to say I made it out unfollowed, but to be fair, I don't think anyone's going to have the same exact plan as me anyway. I think these lot are intending to do a little bit more driving tonight. Ah, okay, we've got a lane closure up here, by the looks of it. Or have we, or is it just everyone trying to get onto the motorway? I'm not entirely sure. So the guy who's just let me in back there, one of our over trucks, he's not been on this tour, but he's come up here to do, well, I think he's either bought or collected some stuff from catering. But he is he's off to Iceland now, because obviously said artist who I'm touring with is, after his gig in Hanover, is going off to do a gig in Reykjavik. But because of how it works with the timings and everything with the boats, I think there's like 1 boat a week or something daft like that, and it's like 3 days on the boat. So there's no way that we could have done the gig in Hanover and got to Iceland and then got back to the UK. So they're sending a separate production set, if you like, out to Iceland. Yeah, but there's 8 trucks who are now on the way out to, well, they're going up to a place called Hirtshals at the top of Denmark to catch a boat, and then they're off to Iceland. And how good a vlog would that have been? Probably better than Madrid to Rome, which in my opinion has been by far and away the best vlog that I've done, I would think. I mean, obviously everybody's, you know, has their own opinion on what they like and what they don't like, but I mean, for me, I would say that was the best, certainly because it was the best drive by some considerable distance. It was by far and away the best drive I've had on this tour, and if I could go back to any part, or if I could do any drive of this tour again, it would be that one, hands down, no question about it. Because it was 2/3 days of just absolute bliss, great scenery, great music, and just the whole mood that I was in for that 2 or 3 days. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed every part of this tour really. I know I said that I wasn't exactly over the moon about Russia, but still it was an experience, you know, and I enjoyed being able to say that I've been there and driven there. But in terms of any particular part that comes back to me that I would like to do again, it would certainly be that drive from Madrid to Rome. Just because there was no pressure, I was on my own. Well, I mean, you've seen for yourselves, and in fact a lot of you picked up on the fact that I was in such a good mood about it, and that I was, you know, so happy to just be taking part. But boy, would I love to go up to Reykjavik in a truck now. That would be something special. One day, eh? Maybe. I can promise you all as well, if I do go, you will certainly be coming with me. I can promise you that much. I have been to Iceland actually, by the way. I've been a couple of times, like, as a tourist, obviously. I've actually driven right around the island. And it is amazing. But boy, would that make a good truck vlog. Just so you guys can get a bit of a better idea of what I'm talking about when I say the services in Germany get full. Right, that's the entrance. That's the slip road entrance. Parks from the corner of the slip road entrance. A few bays over there. Obviously they're all full, people parking on the back of the bays. This is the entrance to the garage forecourt. Down there, obviously the HGV pumps. Oh, I can zoom in on video. So you got the HGV pumps down there. There's like, they've left one lane open, look, or a truck's width open for you to get through. 1, 2, 3, 4 lanes across, double parked. This is the garage forecourt. Obviously there's mine, I'm in the car forecourt for the car pumps. Double parked in here as well. I've been quite lucky here, I've managed to get a decent space there. Actually, without any bother whatsoever. I'll just show you my back bar quickly as well, actually, while I'm thinking about it. That I got from Lights and Bars. It's probably not the best view, actually. But I'm quite pleased with it, actually. Nice and easy to fit. I'll be able to get out there tomorrow because that's over 4 meters high. So, but yeah, as I said, parked 2 deep, 4 across in the garage forecourt. Can you imagine doing that back in the UK? Anyway, time for a few hours kip. truck coming up on my inside then, but he just went into one of the bays without indicating. So I'm sat there waiting for him to come alongside me, and he just disappears off. What are we now? 8:55. Hopefully I will have missed the majority of the traffic. I'm just coming into a set of roadworks now. The roadworks started just before I pulled into the services last night. I could have even gone a little bit further. I'm still 32 miles away, which is around about 50 kilometers, I guess. But I was coming down last night, and I yawned, and I thought, no, that's it now. Couldn't be bothered to go any further. I'll be honest with you, the only reason I got up this morning is because we're going go-karting today. I think there's 7 or 8 of us going go-karting at 11 o'clock. So I kind of have to be there. Kind of have to be at the venue for like 10 really. Just give myself time to get parked up and get a taxi over to the go-karting place. So if it weren't for that, I can promise you I'd still be in bed. In fact, with that said, the heat just woke me up. I forgot to put my cooler on last night before I went to bed, and I woke up quite warm. But if I'd have not been in a rush to get there, then I'd have put the cooler back on and gone back to sleep. But yeah, apart from that, that's the only reason why I'm trying to get there, really, because as I said earlier, we don't load in till like Thursday morning. So I'm still going to get over 45 hours rest before we even do the loading, and then another 45 hours once we've loaded in. So there's absolutely no worries in terms of, you know, cards or weekly rests or anything like that. So we're in the vicinity of the Messer now. I just got to find out exactly whereabouts I'm aiming for. It's a bit like the NEC. This, it's a massive place. So you've got halls and entrances and whatnot everywhere. So I've pinpointed it on the nav. I'm just hoping it's going to take me to the right one. It should be this one here, I think. Production trucks. Sign outside, so that is a good sign, quite literally. In fact, I can see some of the trucks a little bit further down there, so. Wow, that's tight. that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is quite literally final destination for Europe anyway. We've got 2 gigs. Well, I've got 2 destinations in the UK when I get back, but as far as the European leg goes, this is the last one. Well, come on. Sometimes you just have to force them out of the way, because I mean, why sit there in the gate? Well, it looks like there's pretty much everyone here, despite being told not to be here before 10 o'clock. We were told that we were allowed to get here at 9 because obviously we're going go-karting, but why everyone else is here, I don't know. So the next time you join me, it will be on my way home, and I'm going to be a right miserable old git because I am already disappointed about having to go home. I've just had such a good time, but no doubt I'll tell you all about that in the next one. So yeah, I was just about to do that. But yeah, thank you for joining me once again, and I'll see you when I'm on my way back.